Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to learn about biodegradation. So, what is biodegradation? Uh, Biodegradation is the process by which organic substances are broken down by environmental, effect and by living organisms. So, the organic material can be degraded through aerobical or anaerobical processes. Now, biodegradable matter is generally organic material and such as plants and animal matter and other substances that is originating from living organisms. Okay, so in today's lecture we are going to uh, first learn the basic or learn to understand what is degradation, what it means, what are the historical aspects, list of products which are biodegradable, and and their lifespan, and the timeline they take for degradation, and types of degradation products, plastic materials, factors considering before marketing new plastics into it, and global warming, and the ultimately we will talk about the concluding the entire process of biodegradation. Okay, so as per United States Environmental Protection Agency defines biodegradation as a process by which microbial organisms transforms or alter, you know, uh, the structure of chemical introduced into the environment. So basically organic material is changed through chemical processes from complex molecules into simpler molecules, now eventually returning these molecules into environment. For example, a banana peel can reduce from cellulose to water, okay, and carbon dioxide gases and humus in a compost pile. What makes biodegradation as a very important aspect is that biodegradation in nature is a nature's waste management and recycling system. So it breaks down everything from the household waste to crude oil or to natural processes necessary to keep our planet clean and healthy. Okay, so unfortunately, rate at which we are producing waste for out of space that relates to natural degradation, making our current state is very unstable. So as a result, landfills have been filling up at a record rate. So the air, water, soil pollution is increasing because of the excessive rate of generation of waste. Now, the more you are generating waste, then it is able to degrade. It will have an adverse effect into environment. Okay, just hold on. Okay, so what it means of biodegradation. So biodegradable product can dissolve easily in environment without distorting nature, and it's opposite of plastic and styrofoam, which has a harmful effect on the environment. Okay. So the meaning of biodegradation is breaking down of organic substances by the help of living organisms such as bacteria and microbes. Basically, degradation with the help of in a natural process. Okay. So the process of biodegradation happens naturally over a period of time, depending on material that the timeline to complete a full degradation process, and can vary with mm, with plastic, the process usually takes hundreds of thousands of years to completely get degraded. So if ever, because of the strong polymers that makes up its chemical structure, is not easily broken down. Okay, so hence however the biotech tech environment like LLC, organic plastic adhesives. There are eco pure companies now. This process they have significantly able to develop a type of a plastic which is biodegradable. Okay, so biodegradation process or can includes breaking down of the material. Now, organic substance can be broken into two different ways. So one is aerobical, with the help of oxygen, and anaerobical without the help of an oxygen. So in there are two process of biodegradation. One is with the help of you have with the help of oxygen, animals breathe, and then they are able to disintegrate these materials like bacteria and all. And similarly, the bacteria and other microbes can survive in anaerobic conditions where they do not require oxygen. In the absence of oxygen, they degrade. Okay, just hold on. Okay, all right. So What is an aerobic phase? Aerobic process or phase is, in this phase, the enzymes and the decomposition chemicals act as a catalyst to biofilms and the coating, the plastic coating of any organic matter. Now, during the time, aerobic microbes are becoming established and moisture, they become established. They put a foothold on it, and the moisture is built up in the surface. Now, the standard plastic moisture absorption capability is relatively small, but the adhesive cause further swelling and weakens the polymer bond. So this creates a molecular space for microbial growth, which begins the aerobic degradation process, in which oxygen is converted into carbon dioxide. Anaerobic non methogenic phase. So after oxygen concentration have declined the sufficiently, and the anaerobic process has begun. During this initial stage, the hydrolysis, the microbial colony eats the particulates, and through an enzyme process, reducing a larger polymer into simpler polymer. So the organic adhesive cause additional swelling and opening of polymer chains, and increase the quorum sequencing in the process. So the further it excites that the microbial microbes to increase their colonization and consumption of the polymer in the chain, as the fatty acids are sorry as the time processes, the acidogenesis occurs, where the simple polymers are converted into fatty acids, and carbon dioxide production occurs rapidly at the stage. Okay, then you have anaerobic methogenic unsteady phase. In this stage, the microbe colony continues to grow, eating away the polymer chain and creating increasingly larger molecular space. During this phase, the osteogenic occurs in the process. Now, it converting the fatty acid into acetic acid. Okay, and carbon dioxide is released along with hydrogen. So as this process continues, the carbon dioxide rate declines and hydrogen production eventually ceases. Okay. Then you have anaerobic methogenic steady phase. In this phase, you have decomposition involves methogenesis, as a colony of microbes continue to eat away the remaining surface of the polymer. It escalates, are converted into methane and carbon dioxide and hydrogen in the same consumption processes. Now, this process continues until the remaining element is a humus. Okay, so this highly nutritional soil creating and it improves environment for the microbes and enhances the final stage of decomposition. Okay, so the mechanism behind is that the process of degradation can be divided into three stages, that is biodegradation, biofragmentation, and assimilation. So biodegradation or deterioration is sometimes described as the surface level degradation. Okay, and uh, this is a surface level deterioration and degradation that modifies mechanical, physical, and chemical properties of the material. This stage occurs when the material is exposed to abiotic factors in the outdoor environment, and and allows for a further degradation by weakening the material structure. Now, some biotic factors that influence these initial changes are compensation, that is the mechanical, uh, compression, that is mechanical, light or temperature or chemical in the environment. So while biodeterioration, typically occurs as a first stage of biodegradation, it can also it can in some cases be parallel to fragmentation also. Okay, so Hugh, however, said that defined biodeterioration as the undesirable action of living organisms on man's material. Now, it involving such things as breakdown of some stone fades of the buildings, corrosion of material by microorganisms, or merely the aesthetic change induced on man-made structure by the growth of the living organism. Now, biofragmentation of the polymer is the lattice process in which bond with the polymer are cleavered, and generally logomer and monologomer is in its places. Now, the step taken to fragment these material are also differ based on the presence of oxygen in the system. So breakdown of material by microorganisms when oxygen is present is aerobic degrade digestion, and the breakdown of material when oxygen is not present is called anaerobic digestion. So the main difference between these processes is that the aerobic reaction produces methane, which it produces methane, while uh, just a minute, while aerobic reaction do not have create any methane, but however the both the reactions will produce carbon dioxide, water, and some residue and new biomass. So in addition, aerobic digestion typically occurs more rapidly than the anaerobic digestion. So while aerobic digestion does not does a better job reducing the volume of the mass of the material, due to anaerobic digestion ability to reduce the volume and mass of the waste material and produce a natural gas. Anaerobic digestion technology is widely used for waste management system and as a source of a local renewable energy. In this accumulation stage, this the resulting product from biofragmentation are when are then integrated into microbial cells. So some of the product from fragmentation are easily transported within the cell by membrane and carries away. So however, others still have to undergo biofragmentation reaction to yield products that can be transported inside the cell. Once inside the cell, the product enters catabolic pathway that either leads to the production of um, adenosis triphosphate, that is ATP, adenosis triphosphate, or an element which is this ATP element is there in cell structures. Okay, so the factors which affect biodegradation rate is uh, like in practice almost all chemical compound and material are subjected to biodegradation process. Now significantly, however, is in the relative rate of such processes. Now, such as days, weeks, years, and centuries, a number of factors determine the rate at which the degradation of organic compound occur. Now, factors include light, water, oxygen, temperature. Then degradation rate of many organic compound is limited by their, bioavailability, which is the rate at which a substance is absorbed into a system or made available at the site of the physiological activities, as compound must release into solution before organisms can degrade them. So the rate of biodegradation can be measured in a number of ways, Respiratory test can be used for aerobic microbes. First one, place solid waste sample is container with microorganisms in soil, and then aerates the mixture. So over the course of several days, these are, just a minute. Now, the factors affecting biodegradation rate, that is, in practice, almost all chemical compound and material are subjected to biodegradation process. It is, however, significant that it is related to the process, such a process like such as days, weeks, and years or centuries. So, a number of factors that determines the rate at which the degradation of organic compound occurs. The factor includes light, water, oxygen, temperature in the process of degradation. So the degradation rate of many organic compound is limited by the bioviral variability, which is the rate of which a substance is absorbed into a system or made available at the site of the physiological activity. So as compound must be released into solution before organisms can grade them, the rate of degradation can be measured in a number of uh, ways. That is, respiratory test can be used for aerobic microbes. First, one place or a solid waste sample, a sample in containers with microorganisms and soil, and then aerate the mixture over the course of several days. Now microorganism digest the simple bit by bit, produces carbon dioxide. Now resulting the amount of carbon dioxide serves as an indicator of degradation. So biodegradation can also be measured by anaerobic microbes and the amount of methane or alloy that they are able to produce. Okay, so it is important to note the factors that affects the degradation rate during the product testing to ensure that the results produces are accurate and reliable. So several materials will test as being biodegradable under optimal condition in a lab for approval, but these results may not reflect the real world outcome where the factors are more variable. So for example, a material may have tested as biodegrading at a high rate in the lab, may not degrade at a high rate in the landfill because of the landfill often lacks light, okay, so water and microbial activity at the that are necessary for disintegration or degradation to occur. So thus it is very important that there are standards of plastic biodegradable products which have a large impact on environment. So environment, and the use of accurate structure test method can help ensure that all plastics that are being produced and commercialized will actually biodegrade in natural environment. One test that has been developed for this purpose is DINV 54900 is the test that has been derived. Now, the historical development, like the etymology of biodegradable things. So, the first known use of word biological text was in 1961 when employed to describe the breakdown of material and in the base component of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So by the microorganisms. So new biodegradable now biodegradable is a common association with environmental friendly products that are part of earth's innate cycle and capable of decomposing back it into the natural as a natural element. So list of biodegradable products are there are many new friendly items which have been introduced in the market, and all of you need to do this to check the labels to make sure that actually how bio friendly it is. So some items now made are natural and biodegradable products. So biodegradable deterrent and soap, detergents and soaps are there. Lemon batteries, plant pesticides, waste baggages, etc. are all part of biodegradable materials. Now, some such span are given below, like banana peel takes about a week to degrade. Cloth material takes about 1 to 5 months to degrade. Similarly, paper takes about 2 to 5 months to get degrade, completely disintegrate or degrade. Wool again takes 1 to 5 years to disintegrate. Nylon will take about 30 to 40 years to disintegrate. Thin plastics will take about 10 to 20 years to disintegrate, and thick plastic will take more than 500 years to get disintegrated. Okay, so then we have strings like the organic strings, the coconut strings that you have. It takes about 3 to 14 months to disintegrate. Orange peel takes 6 months. Tree leaves will take about a year to disintegrate. Plastic bags 10 20 to 30 10 to 20 years. Leather shoes will take about 25 to 40 years. Tin cans will take about 50 to 100 years to get disintegrated. Aluminum cans will take about 80 to 100 years. Glass bottles about million years it will take to disintegrate. Plastic bottles will, god knows how long it will take to get disintegrate. So there is we cannot put a timeline on disintegration of plastic bottles that we use. Then styrofoam cups, the disposable cups that you get, it takes about 500 years or more to get disintegrated. So the type of biodegradable products that are there, materials that produces decomposition in natural ways, like temperature, sunlight, and the processes will be initiated by bacteria, fungus, and molds. And these living organisms in a process known as composting, like food waste, grass cutting, and leaves are all get into in the form of compost, and all the important nutrient and gets enriched with the soil. Biodegradable bags and films can be used. Then raisins used to make biodegradable bags, food services, items, and many other products. Then you have, just a minute. Okay. So organic waste such as food, plants, and grass, and leaves and all, they all become part of organic matter and after disintegration. So plastics, the biodegradable products, like plastics, what is how it gets degraded. Biodegradable plastics are able to break down or disintegrate when discharged ethically into dumps or in sunlighted areas. How it is made? It is made by using adhesives like acrylics and cornstarch, which helps in plastic to degrade. So biodegradable plastics is the plastic that has been treated to be used easy to be easily broken down by the microorganisms and return to the nature as soon as possible, without harming the environment. So biodegradable of plastic depends on the chemical structure of the material and the constitution of the final product. So these are all various types of degradation. How there are one use degradation, two use degradation. This is you can recycle 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. So the more you can recycle, the better your product is. Okay. So that's why like Pradhan Mantri, our Prime Minister has initiated like one use plastics. Single use plastics are the reduction of single use plastics, because single use plastics will remain in the environment and will not easily be disintegrated, whereas the multiple use of plastics, recycling of these plastics will help disintegrating and recycling these plastic materials, and will be easier for the environment to assimilate it. The factors that consider before marketing new plastic would be the ability to recycle, the ability to photo grade or biograde these materials, uses less gas and oil in manufacturing, and strengthen and what is the strength and versatility of these plastics, cost of manufacturing and marketing, and population involved into the production. So pollution, what is involved into this production, is part of it. Okay, now these are all plastic materials which will in turn have an adverse effect into the environment. So these are marine animals, uh, like this bird died of starvation, because its beak got stuck into some bottle cap and could not take it off, and hence died of starvation. This poor little turtle was ringed between a plastic ring, and this ring could not, he cannot remove this ring, and he overgrew this plastic ring, and hence his body structure became like this. This is a deformation of the structure. Animal consuming it can cause disruption of their internal organs. They get injured like this, fishing line, and your coca-cola can carrier plastics can get stuck into these animals, and can cause them they can it can suffocate them, it can cause disruption of their internal body, and they can die. So like you see here, there's an image of a turtle. It got stuck into the tire and grew into the tire itself. So imagine how, like this uh, whatever waste we are throwing out into the ocean is killing our marine life. And choose to stop these using these plastic material as much as you can. Try to utilize things which are you know which you can recycle it. Although these plastics could have also been recycled, but they are microplastics. Now, whenever you leave out a microplastic into the environment, it will always go into the system of these animals. So always avoid to leave microplastics. So nowadays the problem is that microplastics, and they are a biggest threat into the environment, because they cannot, first of all, they do not get disintegrated very easily. They remain in the environment, and all the species they grow into it, they suffer miserable fate by stuck into it and becoming a part of their food chain. Like turtles eat plastics thinking that it's a jellyfish, because jellyfish is the prime one of the important diet of turtles, sea turtles. So they eat plastics thinking it's a jellyfish, and it gets stuck into their digestive system. It also alarms global warming. Like biodegradable waste is an important thing due to it links with a large with global warming. And when it goes into landfill, it breaks down and under the uncontrolled anaerobic conditions. So coming to this ultimate conclusion of the chapter will be biodegradation. And now this is one of the best way for any country or nation to use the product and become an environmental friendly nation without harming the natural processes of your area of your region. So many of this has a successfully found a way of balancing developmental activity with having proper you know um, properly addressing the requirement of the people. So warning people to use less harmful material and uh, use more material which is good for the nature. Like I was giving you an example of styrofoam cups. That means styrofoam, you can call it thermocol cups. Thermocol cups takes ages, not even ages, it takes millions and millions of years. And there is not even a cap deadline that you can imagine. It will take those many years to disintegrate. So you're using a thermocol cup for having your coffee, tea, or whatever, and you're throwing it out. It goes eventually, even if you are throwing into your waste bin, eventually will go into dump, landfills. When it goes into landfill, it will start stagnating there. And it keep on compressing, and it will become an obstruction in yeah, groundwater penetration. It will obstruct, it will leach harmful chemical into the groundwater and have other effect into it. So styrofoam will not disintegrate very easily, hence it is harming the environment. So it is advisable either use mud cups. If you are traveling somewhere and somebody is giving you tea, and it is advisable to use mud cups. This is cooler, right? Or you carry your own water bottle, or you carry your own steel or the ceramic cup to have your beverages. Okay, that's an example. Again, if you go to somebody's marriage or somewhere else, where they are giving disposable plates which is either plastic or styrofoam based, that is also a big part of pollution. So what you can opt for is that you can go for plates which are made of leaves. Sal tree leaves are used to make biodegradable plates, and we have been using these plates for ages long, until unless we were introduced with these harmful, devilish, styrofoam plates and cups. Now we must stop using it. Either use your steel cups and plates, or if you are not using it, then it is better option is that go for leaf based, like banana leaves and shal leaves can be used as disposable plates and cups, and bowl to serve food. This is an example that I'm giving. So You can reduce the demand, reuse what you have, repair what is broken, and reuse it, and recycle. If it cannot be repaired, then you put it into recycling, so that every part can be dismantled and reused and recycled into different product. Okay, that we can do in as an ultimatum. Okay, this is all for your biodegradation, and have a nice day.